Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. For this week's reading, I will be working with the Quantum Oracle. I've used this deck for a while and I really love it. It's energy. This oracle is by Sandra and Taylor. And it's really a good one. I like its energy, I like the images. So I thought, you know what, we're gonna work with this deck for this week. As always, guys, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. Okay, let's get into the energy. Spirit, please give me clear guidance as to, that's a lot of cards. Nope, I'm not taking that. A lot of cards want to come out. Please give me 3 cards. Okay, so we have 3 cards, that's perfect. Okay, so the first card we have is victim mentality. I want to bring this close so that you can see the image. Victim mentality. You know, the feeling that I'm getting when I look at this card is a lot of times we put ourselves in this space, right? We put ourselves in this space of self-punishment or thinking the worst case scenarios in our minds, right? Or as you can see, he's kind of, his arm is kind of tied to this bed. And if he wants, he can set himself free, but you know, he chooses to stay in this place. Just let me tune in and let me see what am I getting with this. See, we have the full moon energy, right? The full moon also brings up a lot of stuff that we have. Sometimes when we push things down, it's going to bring those things up. I'm getting this because, as you can see, there's this water, this element of emotions. And sometimes with myself, I do find that the full moon kind of makes me emotional, but I just take it as a way of releasement, that, okay, this is my way of clearing this energy that is not serving me anymore, and I'm just gonna surrender that. I'm just gonna work through that. So whatever emotion is coming up, rather than judging it, it's like, okay, it's coming up for releasement, it's coming up for cleansing. And this is, with this, I'm also getting is self-assessment. Where are you putting yourself in this lack mentality? Where are you focusing on things that are not working for you? What can you do to change that victim mentality? And with myself, I've always noticed that whenever I focus on lack, I attract lack into my life. That's the natural, you know, that's the law of attraction. Like, if you are feeling it, if you're thinking about it, if you're focused, you know, on all the things that are negative, we're gonna draw more. That it's like everything that is negative is kind of magnified. So with this card, you know, it says consciousness. So I'm feeling like, be conscious of your own thoughts, be conscious of, you know, what is coming up for you at this time that is making you feel like this. And like I said earlier, allow your emotions to come up, whatever it is that needs to come up, and let it just flow through. Don't try to control it. You know, if you feel like crying, have a good cry and then release it, and then you're free of that and you can, you know, move forward. So that's what I'm feeling with this is, you know, be conscious of how you feel, what puts you in this space of lack, you know. And a lot of times, guys, it is, a lot of things are in our minds. It's our own projection. A lot of things is how we are thinking about things that, you know, it's our own projection that creates a lot of reality. So be conscious of that, you know. The thing that works for me is every morning I get up and I meditate, and that's the first thing that I do, and that really puts me in a good space no matter what is going around, because it's life. We can't control people, we can't control external circumstances. As much as we want to control situations, we can't. So the only thing you can control is your own emotions. The only thing that you can control is your own mind. So you know, it's important to start your morning with a good mindset. And, you know, I always light a candle and my focus is always on the light, and I ask my, you know, my guides, my angels, God to guide my way. And that is the best way to, and we all get into this space of, you know, this victim mentality, this feeling of less than. We, you know, often we compare ourselves to others. And in this world of social media and Instagram and all these things, you know, we feel this person's better than us, or that person's better than us, or, you know, it's normal and natural to kind of, when you look at everyone else and start comparing yourselves. But then the main important thing is to get back to your space and understand who you are. And each one of us is unique, right? Each one of us is unique. And when you hone your own gifts and when you appreciate yourself and you are in a state of gratitude, then you won't feel this way. Then you will appreciate them. Whoever is out there, you will appreciate their light, because that same light exists within you. Okay, so it's important to understand these things. Now, interestingly, the second card we have is your higher self. Beautiful card. Again, beautiful imagery. I'm really drawn to the rose in the center of our heart chakra. I've been very drawn to roses recently. I'm also getting, you know, I do get the roses at home as well, just to kind of tune into that energy. It is a beautiful energy for your heart awakening and heart chakra. I have been writing about it in my posts, you know, meditating with the rose, seeing your heart as a rose and opening up, you know. Now, it's interesting that we have victim mentality, and right next to it is we have the higher self. So we all have a higher self, okay? Your higher self will guide you to your highest path. Your higher self will show you what is right for you and how to make those decisions. But in order to get to the higher self, we have to come out of our head. We can't be stuck here and expect our higher self to guide us. Like I said, meditation is a great form to connecting with your higher self. You can also set the intention and ask your higher self to show you the way. So one of the ways that I will tell my higher self is, please tell me if I'm on the right path. And if I go through, like if I stumble through things, okay, if I break an object, or if something happens, it's, you know, I look at everything as a sign that these things are not for me. So let's say I want to go do something and repeatedly I'll just trip over things, and that has happened with me. I will trip over, you know, just walking and I'm tripping, and I'm thinking to myself, why is this? This is Spirit's way of saying that this is not right for you. This is not the path for you. And I understand that, and I immediately will send this message. I will thank my higher self for showing me this and making me aware of it. So, and your higher self will also send you dreams and messages in your dreams, and symbols and signs and a lot of things. So what I'm getting with this card, with these two cards, is your higher self is aware of everything that you are going through, okay? And whatever pain and misery that you are feeling, it's what your soul wanted to experience in this lifetime. And through this pain and through this misery, whatever we call that, we call, you know, painful experience pain. But when we look at it in the long run, we realize how much growth we had from the most painful experiences, right? At least that's what it has been for me. Like, I'm very grateful for all the good experiences, but also those experiences that have made me feel like this, you know, that had made me feel miserable about myself, because it helped me shift my perspectives. It helped me shift how I was thinking and feeling about myself, and how can I bring about those shifts. It just kind of rearranged the way I was thinking. It gave me the opportunity to do that. And your higher self is here. It is there, and it's smiling. It's like, yes, I know that you are going through pain, but you will learn through this. Try a different approach. look at it in a different way. Your higher self is always complete. Your higher self knows the higher and the bigger picture of everything. It knows your soul contracts. It knows why you are here. It knows your lessons, and it finds the perfect settings for you to maximize your soul's growth. Okay, now interestingly, the third card we have is taking steps, intention. What steps are you going to take to choose a different pathway for yourself? If you have been in situations that have led to pain and misery, you absolutely have a choice to change that for yourself. You're never stuck in a miserable situation unless you choose to keep yourself stuck. So with the taking steps, what I'm getting is, what are you going to do differently now? How are you going to make better choices? If certain choices led you here, you also have a choice to take a different pathway, to make better choices for yourself. And this is why the higher self is right smack in the middle. It's like, what are you going to choose now for yourself? If you had a magic wand and you had a choice right now, you know, to choose that, what would you choose? And that is what your higher self is trying to tell you, that you have the power to come out of this. So even if you're blaming yourself and you're hard on yourself and you're punishing yourself, or whatever you're going through right now, right? Try to view the lesson in the situation and ask yourself, how can I take all of this and turn it into something else? You know, we've always heard of this phoenix rising from the ashes. So I believe that no matter what you have gone through, you can transform that. You can transform that pain into gold. Okay? And change yourself. Because like I said earlier, we can't change anyone outside of ourselves. As much as we want them to change, it's not gonna happen. So we can only change ourselves, our own viewpoints, how we think and feel about ourselves. And that's where our power lies. Because with this card, I see so many beautiful gold specks and sparkles and, you know, her beautiful pink dress. So again, going back to the heart center, this beautiful pink rose energy. It's like you bringing that self-love, that self-acceptance, and leaving behind these judgments. Because guys, the truth is, you know, everyone has made mistakes. We all have things that we are regretful about or we want to change. And, you know, the more I keep myself in this space, the more misery I'm going to just create for myself. I'm just going to learn from this. Definitely. I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to make sure that I don't repeat this, that I go back to situations that make me feel like crap. I'm not going to do that, but I'm definitely going to be, you know, honoring my higher self, honoring the higher path, and trusting that path that is being shown to me, and then take action steps. It's one thing to get guidance, guys, and it's another thing where you trust that guidance and you move forward. I always say that to all my clients, because the thing is, we all receive guidance, but if we're just sitting on that guidance, nothing's gonna happen for you. Because what did you do with that? What did you do with that? You took no physical steps. We're living in a dimension where it's physical, where you have to back it with action. Otherwise, it's just words. Otherwise, it's just thoughts. There is no action back to it. We're not in those dimensions where, you know, telepathically we can create it. Yeah, there are dimensions like that. There are higher dimensions where you think and you create it. We're still We're also manifesting with our thoughts, but when you get the guidance to act on something, you got to take the action steps. Otherwise, you can't bring it into form. So it's like two polarities is how I'm seeing, because on one side, I'm seeing this, on another side, I'm seeing freedom. And in between, your higher self is right here telling you, what are you going to choose? And I hope that you choose something better for yourself this time. I hope that you choose something better, because you have a choice. That is what your higher self wants you to know, that you do have a choice. You don't have to be stuck here, no matter what happened in your childhood, no matter what happened 2 years back, 5 years back, 10 years back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That was just part of your experience for you to grow, for you to learn from it, and then move forward on your path, on your truth, following your truth, following your passion, following your heart's calling. So that is what I'm getting. And again, this is number 4. So you are moving towards stability, balance, creating more structure. For many of you, you've moved past this. This was your past energy. You're not in this anymore. I'm also getting that, because you listen to your higher self, because you are in tune with your truth. So you're creating new pathways for yourself with a much lighter energy. It's a pink. Her dress is pink, light, flowy. She's leaving behind trails of sparkles, and that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. When you are guided by your higher self, that's what you do. So I hope this reading made sense, guys. Thank you always for watching, for subscribing. I will see you next week. You guys have a good one, and happy full moon. Full moon blessings to each and every one of you. God bless. Bye.